Hello guys, I'm back with another journal with me video, and today I'm gonna draw my 3 cactus plants that I bought about 2 years ago, and they grow quite irregularly, so I wanted to just keep kind of like a log about how they grow. And what I'm doing right now is that I'm taking out these plastic plants, plastic flowers that my sister put in there because they look cute. But I can't properly draw some of the leaves if they are in there, so I had to take them out for this video. Also, I'm very sorry that I had to speed up a lot of the drawing process in this video because the whole journaling took me, I think, about half an hour, and I just thought that that might be a little bit long. And yeah, so I hope you don't mind. But I tried to cut it so that it won't be too annoying, or so that you can still see enough of what I'm doing. So I had a little bit of trouble with the leaves here because I haven't drawn cactus before, and I wasn't sure how I'm gonna draw the spikes, so I just kind of did these wiggly lines to suggest that they weren't straight leaves or kind of like that. Also, what do we call it? The pot? Is that called? I don't know, that pink ceramic thing that they're sitting in. It was kind of hard to draw the ripples in there, so yeah. And here I'm drawing the second cactus, and to be honest, I wasn't sure how I'm gonna draw those spiky things, and I feel like it kind of looks like a pineapple instead of a cactus, but yeah, I still think it turns out kind of okay, but I don't know. And as you can see, I'm kind of struggling here with the second ceramic pot. I don't know, I really don't know how it's called, but I misjudged the proportions, so now it looks kind of weird, so I had to draw the first one a little bit taller because the second one is supposed to stand behind the first one, but because I proportioned it wrong, now it kind of looks weird, but yeah, I think it's still okay. I'm not sure. Okay, now the third one. Now, the weird thing with this one is that although I bought them in a set, it was one of those 3 sets that you can get at IKEA, and all the other 2 have grown quite nicely, and they grow quite regularly, so like all the leaves are kind of growing at the same speed. But with this one, you can see at the top I drew this really long part, and that's because that's kind of like the only part that grows with this one. I'm not sure why. Actually, I have already cut it before because the part before was so long that it kept on hanging down. So I had to cut it, but it's still only growing there. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. So if any of you have any kind of like tips on how to keep a cactus alive, which is kind of weird because honestly the cactus is should be one of the simplest plants to live. Like, they only require so much water and so much care, but they still die on me. Well, they are kind of dead, but it kind of breaks my heart, so I don't want to throw them away. And yeah, enough about my rant about cactus. Yeah, I'm trying to find a nice shade of green, of a light green, because there are parts of the leaves that are more yellowish looking, so that's what I'm trying to color in. And I'm just going randomly in. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not too good with plants, and just usually using watercolors because I feel like they're so unpredictable, but in the end they turn out so nice, and they also give the paper this nice crinkling sound. So I like to work with them a lot, but it's just that I don't really know what I'm doing, so I just splash the color on and just hope that it turns out okay. Yeah. Also, I'm not sure what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, I'm mixing the darker green, but because the green I have in my palette is isn't really dark enough. I'm mixing it a bit with my blue. Also, this is a really cheap and affordable kind of watercolors that you can get here at just any store basically, and they're not very good quality. They leave this kind of chalky feeling when they dry, and the colors are also not very vibrant. The only really vibrant one is the yellow and the what's it called? The cyan blue. All the others one are kind of washed out, especially the pink. I don't know what's going on with this pink, but it's really washed out. So, but I still want to work with them because I have them and I feel kind of bad not using the stuff that I have. So I'm using this, and I'm kind of saving the Winsor Newton set that I have for when I'm out traveling or when we go on vacation and I can only bring lighter luggage. And so yeah, this one is what I'm using right now. Also, the mixing palette, if you're wondering what I'm using to mix the colors on, it's actually one of those old cases that you got when you bought the iPod Touch. So I just kept it, and I kind of found it like it's nice and compact, and I can see the colors quite well, and also I like to use my mixed colors. Like I just leave them in and I use them so long before I just cannot see, because before I have no more space left that I can mix on, then I will clean it up a bit. But I also find it aesthetically pleasing, to be honest. The colors are really nice. I feel like it's really beautiful. I like this messy kind of watercolor look. Let's see what I'm doing right now. Oh yeah, I need to mix a little bit more green because I kind of ran out. Which is a thing. I don't know. I often feel like I shouldn't mix too much because I feel like I don't need those colors that often, so I only mix a small quantity. But then again, it's kind of annoying if you mix too little and then you need to remix it, but most of the time you can't get that exact shade again. So it's a struggle. It's a struggle with watercolors. But as I said, I really like them. They're kind of unpredictable, and they're actually really nice. I don't know, as a child I really hated them because I just couldn't wait until they stopped, until they dried. So I felt like they always messed up the whole picture, but now I kind of appreciate that. So here I'm trying to draw the pink on the pots, but I kind of drew the lighting wrong because the light is hitting from the left side, and I kind of I drew the darkest side on the left. So yeah, we'll fix that one a little bit later. And so now I realized my mistake as I'm going back and trying to darken the right side of the pot that I drew. And I was actually wondering why my brush was so dry until I realized that I had no more water left in it. So when I realized that, I didn't want to get up and fill it up while filming the video, so I just took the smaller one that I have, the finer tip, which actually works out just as good, so it was no problem. The only thing that kind of bothered me is that I don't know, I feel like the finer tip gushes more, like you will have sudden blasts and drops of water on your painting if you're not careful. I'm not sure. I think it's because maybe the part that is screwed on is kind of loose or something like that. I bought these quite cheap actually in a set. They were like a fine tip, a medium and a large tip, and I bought them for I think about 6 euros or so. Like they were quite cheap, and I actually wanted to try them before buying the Pamphlet Aquash, which I will be getting soon. So I'm looking forward to that. Because these they get the job done, but they are a bit, I don't know how to say it. The tips the tip is not really fine, and I just can't. Sometimes they don't take the pigment as well, and I don't know, maybe I should just get back to using a regular brush. But I'm kind of lazy. These are really practical. You could just, you don't even need to refill your water, you don't need a jar of water, and you could just take it. It's as if it's like a marker or something. You just need your watercolors, your palette, and that's it, and this brush, and the water is already in there. So it's so nice, and I love these things. They make me want to use my watercolors a lot more than I ever wanted to, because it's just so convenient, and you don't need to wash out your brush, you don't need to, I don't know, you just, if they're dirty, you just clean them up on a cloth. And usually I don't like to use tissue paper because I feel like it's a waste. I use watercolors so much that it would really be wasteful. So I just take an old cloth that I cut out from an old t-shirt, and here oh yeah, sorry, I wrote down the measurements of my cacti. Like I wrote down how tall they are and how no, I didn't write down how wide, but I wanted to know how tall they are so I can look back on it in a few months. And here I'm trying to see, I wanted to use some washi tape, but I couldn't decide on which one, so I was just playing around, and then I remembered I had this cacti washi tape, and I just felt like it looked really cute and nice with the theme, sorry. So yeah, that's, so I'm just guessing and the length of it, and just pasting that one down. I need to stick it down, and yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next. I have this really messy kind of journaling, so I don't know, my thoughts are everywhere. I want to use everything, but I don't have so much, so yeah, I'm not sure. What am I doing? I'm really not sure. Oh yeah, no, sorry. I wanted to write a title. That's what's going on. I wanted to write. I can't talk. I wanted to write a title, and I wasn't sure what to write, so I just wrote my cacti. I wanted to write cactus log, but I don't know. So it's just my cacti, and I like to use watercolors as the header, and then I will outline it, and this gives it a nice dimension. Later on we'll do that because right now the colors are not dry yet, so it will kind of bleed, the fountain pen ink would bleed into it. So that's what I'm doing right now. And now as I already said, I like to use everything I have, but I wasn't sure what I want to use, so I have these girls that I drew on regular paper, and then I copied them, and then I cut them out, so I have kind of like the supply of stickers that I make myself, and it's just on regular printer paper with regular printer ink, and surprisingly it doesn't bleed. No, like it doesn't smear, which is really weird because I've never had this before. So that's what I'm using right now, and I'm searching for a girl that kind of fits the theme, but also because I don't have a lot of space left on this page, I'm looking for something that is a little bit smaller but still fits the theme. As you can see, I can't really decide. I have quite a lot of them, and not all of them are really some of them turn out really weird, so yeah, I'm not sure. But then I find one that I like, and she's really small, but I'm not sure where I want to put her. So before I stick her down, I actually still need to watercolor her. Here I kind of thought like, she looks kind of cute because I drew the cactus on that. But in the end I wanted to use this girl because I've had her for like about half a year now, and I never used her, and I felt kind of bad because I really liked her expression. I feel like she looks kind of cute. So here I'm flipping through, and I'm not even sure what I was looking for. Sometimes I like to flip through and see what I did before, so I know the feeling that I want to get. So yep, let's see. Okay, I'm taking this plastic sheet so that the watercolor doesn't bleed through to the other pages, and that I have a nice surface to work on. And what I had in mind is that I wanted to have this girl kind of look like the cactus, if that makes sense. Like I wanted her to have green hair and a pink shirt, so she kind of fits the image. And I'm really sorry my head is in the frame. I didn't realize because my camera is above my head, and I bent down quite far when I draw, so I didn't realize you can see, so I'm very sorry for that. What I'm doing right now is that I'm coloring her in, and I need to mix a bit of the skin color. Before I didn't use skin color because I really wasn't sure how I'm gonna mix that, because I don't have that in my palette. I only have yellow, orange, red, and pink, and I'm not gonna color my drawings pink, so I wasn't sure. And last time I saw a tutorial about how you can mix skin color with yellow and red, and I was like, isn't that just orange? I mean, I'm not sure if I want orange skin, but actually if you do that and then just use very little pigment and a lot of water, it has a really nice shade of yellowish. It just depends on what you want, because if you want like darker skin, you can also add a little bit of brown to it, or if you want a more pinkish skin, which is like Caucasian, or a more orange and yellowish skin, which I like to use, you can just add more yellow or more red. It just depends on what you want to get, and it actually turns out really nice. So I'm very surprised and very pleased with that I actually learned that. The blog where I saw that from was it was Tio from Packer Blogs. I'm gonna link his YouTube down there. I really love his videos for just to see what colors he used and what colors you can get by mixing. So definitely check out his blog. Lovely videos. I think I've mentioned him before, but I really love his videos, so I think I'm gonna keep mentioning him. And here I finally decided on the position that I want, and sorry again, my head was in the frame, so I just sped that one up. I just wrote down that it's a log to reference my cactus, and to balance out the washi tape at the bottom, I thought that I might just put a little bit here at the top. So that's what I'm doing. And I felt like this one part was a little bit too long, so I'm ripping that off and just sticking it down. And I'm about done. I just need to cut off this little excess that is sticking out from the page. So I'm looking for my scissors, and yep, that's it, I think. Oh no, I still need to write down the date, because I do date everything I do in my journal. I feel like it's really important, because I want to know when I did that and when something happened, and I feel like it kind of loses the point if you don't date in your journal. But then again, that's a personal preference, so yep, just do what you want in your journal. It's your journal. So here's a finished look, and I like the overall look a lot. I just think that the girl's a bit out of frame, but that's okay. So thank you for watching, and thanks for stopping by. Bye, see you next time.